What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with our next reaction. This one we have Americans explore Cornwall for the first time. I don't know much about Cornwall, so I'm excited to learn. Let's do that right now.
Spend enough time in England and you start to notice something. Everyone wants to send you to Cornwall. Go to Cornwall. Wait, you've never been to Cornwall? So we went to Cornwall without much of a plan. No list of things we had to do, no single reason we could have given you, even if you asked us.
This is where the kingdom ends.
But here's the part nobody mentions about Cornwall. Cornwall doesn't really think of itself as England. It even has its own name, Kynance, its own flag. There's even a river that's called the Tamar that's marked the edge of England for over 1,000 years. And the second you cross it, people start telling you that they're Cornish, not English. Everyone was so sure we'd love it. We gave it a week to prove them right. Hey, I'm Chris, this is Sarah, and we...
They Cornish, not English. They said don't get it mixed up. Don't. That is a beautiful dog. My days.
can't forget Kramer, and welcome to Cornwall. Oh yeah, and special thanks to the Caravan Motorhome Club for partnering with us on this video.
That's so awesome.
Welcome to Cornwall. We just got here, we're hungry. Before we check into our campground, we're gonna grab some lunch right here on the beach at this little place we found. Let's go.
Ooh.
So first, official stop in Cornwall. We are at the Hidden Hut, which is just down the street from our campground. We really want to explore this area of Cornwall just because it was very highly recommended by pretty much everyone we talked to in Britain. We're starting here at the Hidden Hut. They make a lot of like fresh food. It changes daily. A little chilly today, so Chris and I both went with soup. He got the crab soup and I got the mushroom soup, which looks really good. It looks a little different than most mushroom soups. It's got scallions on top and it's got pesto in it. Then we each got a freshly baked potato roll.
Oh,
It just smells so good and it's still warm.
that looks
And it's chilly. I'm hungry. And so one thing that's really cool about this place is that I believe it's once a month they do something called Feast Nights. And Feast Nights is a community table sort of thing. You have to apply to come because it does fill up pretty much every time. But the idea is that you eat a locally sourced homemade meal with new friends. Just come and gather and a little bit of community for a bit.
That was
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the older I get, like the more I value and the more I appreciate a sense of community. And again, I just feel like we're definitely made for a connection with others. We're not made to be loners or anything. So I think to be a part of a community, to get to learn, to get to know about so many others is an absolutely beautiful thing. I love that, and the fact that they get to all come together and eat a home cooked meal. There are few things that bring people together like food, and so that's an absolutely amazing thing. And we're gonna continue the video.
some very good soup.
Good soup.
I was talking with one of the
Good
cooks, and he was saying when it's a beautiful summer day, the line, is from there, the house, all the way back here.
Oh
like all the way
my
just down the street. So, but they're fast. They are fast, and so if you want to come here, just know there might be a little bit of a wait. But today we were very fortunate.
It's delicious. Okay.
Oh.
Kramer usually makes a beeline for the water as soon as he's off leash. He's not today. I think he knows it's too cold. He
Yeah,
just stuck his
he
paws
did.
in. He was like, no, and they just walked back out.
I see that win. Said quit yapping and throw the ball.
We're spending the next few days on the Roseland Peninsula. It's a quiet stretch of Cornwall's south coast. This is going to be our base camp for a few days while we go out and explore Cornwall.
What are we doing?
Emptying our gray water.
What is gray water?
So you just drive over these grates. This is different here in Europe and the UK. We don't do this in the US, but having specific gray water dumps is so handy, and I love that you just usually just drive over them, open up your gray water tank, dump it, and you're good to go. This is not toilet water or toilet substance. This is dirty shower water and dirty kitchen water. So you can pretty much just dump it right back. really enjoy these caravan parks because we know that when we show up, we're gonna have plenty of space between us and our neighbors. That is not always a given at campgrounds. You may pay good money and be right on top of the next person, but you can see here,
Yeah.
you get a nice big space, a little bit of grass between you, and then right now we're here right before peak season, so the campground's not totally full, but even if it were full, we'd still have plenty of room. Just it's such a luxury when you travel.
It's
Okay,
so
so this is
cool. Like people just try. Like this is life for many people right now. Just traveling, experiencing so many different places, so many different cultures. Like I got to say that's absolutely awesome, and it always leaves me in awe just seeing people like go out and live like this and get to experience so much and do this. And I'm just a fan of it. I'm an absolute fan. Uh, it's just
our
dope.
base camp while we're in Cornwall. This is the Roseland Peninsula, and in our research, we wanted somewhere that was going to be quiet, a little less touristy. Really, we just wanted somewhere that we could relax and enjoy the English countryside and the cliffs and the water and the beaches. We're
Oh,
staying at Caravan and Motorhome Club's Marrow St. Mawes campsite, which is perfectly located. So we're going to be doing things like going to St. Mawes. We're going to go to the beach that's just down the street. There's public footpaths all through this area, so we can walk miles and miles in this area. One thing we love about these caravan parks is that we travel almost full time, and when we book a campground, it's usually because we have laundry to do, we're tired, we just really want to hunker down and be somewhere really pleasant, and predictability is really important for us. We don't want to spend a ton of money on a bad campground, which has definitely happened in the past.
ooh, I can feel that.
Whoa, 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 come back.
That's
Where are your
nice. I'm in a
manners?
wide open space.
Okay. And this location has a great off-leash dog park, which is
Yeah.
perfect for our high-energy dog. Kramer
Uh,
loves fetch, but he is truly the world's worst at playing ball. He's got a lot of passion, though. And it is kid-friendly, family-friendly, too. They
oh
do have a great playground.
wow.
We cannot vouch for how great that playground is because we don't have kids, but we can show how great the dog park is.
They have these footpaths.
This is legit so awesome. And if you're looking for more awesomeness in your life, I'm just saying it's some merch out here representing a dream team. We got hoodies, we got shirts, we got hats if you would like to support and represent wherever you go. But back to the video, back to the video.
Playground is because we don't have kids, but we can show how great the dog park is.
They have these footpaths all around this campground. So we can walk to the beach, to the restaurant that we were just at, the Hidden Hut. You can walk from here, but these footpaths go everywhere.
They're really all over England and Wales. In fact, I think I looked it up, there's about 91,000 miles of public footpaths in England alone, which is really incredible. That's not even counting the bridle paths, which are for bikes and horses too. That's so many miles. I mean, you could really walk
Yeah.
across this entire country just on public footpaths. But this area specifically has a lot, and a lot of them connect to our campground. So we can walk to the
Wow.
beach, we can walk across some of the farms, we can just enjoy the landscape, which is what makes Cornwall, in my opinion, makes Cornwall so special.
That's pretty
And I'm
awesome.
kind of bummed because we're missing out on fish and chips because on Wednesdays they have fish and chips here. So it is worth noting, and I've heard it's very good.
So we're about to get on the King Harry ferry. It just pulled up. There are people getting off, and then we are first on. It runs every 20 minutes, so it takes 10 minutes for each direction of the crossing. There's always one ferry running.
I'm a big fan of the name King Harry Ferry.
Cornwall
King
is sort of
Harry
a peninsula, and there's a lot of like little jut outs of peninsulas on the peninsula kind of thing. So ferries are a much faster way of getting around than taking the roads all the way around. I mean, you can do that if you want to stay more on main roads, but this is a unique way to experience Cornwall. And I like taking ferries, and sometimes, with diesel being $9.5 US a gallon right now, seems economical.
Bro,
So we are
I gotta take a quick second to rant. I thought gas, it was on the way back there. It got so high over here, bro. I was like, this is, bro, it was insane. But it started slowly going down, and I was like, okay, if we can just continue to slowly get back under $3, and then it takes forever to go down, and then it skyrockets back up, and I'm like, gas is just ridiculous at the moment. It's ridiculous at the moment, and it's frustrating. I'm telling you, a year ago, I could fill my tank up for $20. It is now taking about 35 to $40 to fill that same tank up. It's very frustrating. But that ferry absolutely looked awesome. And I think just getting to ride a ferry is something I've never had the opportunity to do. So just getting to ride one would be an absolute experience for me. Now it does look cold, like where they're at. It just looks cold. I'm not a fan of cold. I see that wind blowing. The dog, like I ain't touching that water, dog. It's freezing out here.
And pasties. So this is a steak and cheese pasty, and this is the classic size.
Ooh, a steak and cheese.
And it's huge. This is like a medium. Oh well, I'm not complaining. It's just a big bite of crust. Give me a minute. This crust is stupendous. So if you aren't familiar with pasties, they're from Cornwall. They're called Cornish pasties, but I grew up eating pasties because family members up in Michigan were also miners, and they would take these down into the mines. There used to be a ton of mining in Cornwall. These are really filling foods, and I'm not sure if it's the same here, but I heard, at least back in Michigan, they used to put these on top of their lanterns down in the mines and it'd warm it up so they'd have something hot to eat while they were down there. So it's kind of like a pocket all in one meal.
Yeah.
And they're so good.
Full on pasty, we packed up and pointed the truck south. And about 30 minutes down the coast is a place called Lizard. It runs out to become the most southern point in mainland Britain, and right at the edge of it, there's a place that we had been wanting to see for ourselves, Kynance Cove. And apologies if I mispronounced that.
Yo. Beautiful. Oh.
The caves are so neat. It makes you imagine.
The views absolutely beautiful. Getting to see the water, getting to kind of walk through this opening between the rocks. But I did want to say, if you guys are enjoying thus far and you would like to support the channel further, hit that join button, get your exclusive benefits. But yeah, just see it. And then you got the slow motion. And then they throw music on, and I may have to quiet the music. I may have to silence the music, see how copyright does, but this is absolutely awesome, man. Shout out Cornwall.
Like, I think pirates or something like that. And I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, somebody who's up on their English literature and plays more than I am, but Gilbert and Sullivan had an entire play about the Pirates of Peninsula, which is really close to here. So now I'm kind of understanding, like, I could see pirates using these little caves as hideouts. Maybe you go back and reread that story and freshen up on what it was about, because I don't really remember. I just remember the name.
It's low tide right now, so we can come out onto this beach and explore some of the caves. And
It's so pretty, aren't they? Look at that. Oh, there's one living in that. Sorry, buddy.
There's one living in that.
Just push it until legs went in.
what's back there?
It just keeps going.
Nah, I can't keep going back there. Yeah, okay.
It's dark.
Wherever that light in, that's where, and that's where we stop. We not going into a cave where we can't see nothing. It's just darkness. Where that sunlight stop, that's where I stop.
Be a good hideout.
This beach is so impressive, and you can bring your dogs here. We saw a sign when we first walked in that you couldn't bring dogs, and then like anything in the UK, people are bringing their dogs. And so I think that sign was for something else. But we left Kramer in the truck because we're like, oh, we really want to go see it, and you can bring your dogs down here and they can run around and play. I think the best thing is just coming here at low tide and walking around through these rocks. It's just so impressive. Now they do have signs that say don't get caught in high tide, because people will come out here and then they're stuck out
Ooh.
here, I assume anyway. But like any hike, like anything in Europe in general, there's a cafe here, so you're never too far from a restroom or pastry.
It's the beauty of hiking in like when you're outdoors in nature
Yeah.
in the UK and in Europe. Doesn't matter where you are, you're never without cell service or a cup of tea. Just like no matter where you're at, you're never far.
That's legitimately amazing. Y'all do got like, I feel like food spots like in desolate places in a sense, in places where it doesn't seem like there's many people at all, but there is a lot of people because he talked about that one spot, talked about the line being all the way down to the beach. It was like, yeah, it's an insane amount of people. And then you see these food spots and you imagine, well, I mean, they got to be doing business or they wouldn't be there. They'd shut down. So it's just amazing. It's in pockets where I guess as an American or someone who's never been to Cornwall, it'd be like, would you really, should you really put a restaurant right there? But then you see so many people and it's like, great spot.
Advice. If you're gonna eat a pasty for lunch, make sure you get caffeine afterwards. Otherwise, you're gonna have the afternoon
Oh,
sleepies big time.
I hate them
So it is
afternoon
worth noting
sleepies.
that this is a national heritage site. So if you're not a member, you still have to pay for parking, but if you become a member, you get to park for free because you paid for an annual membership.
So we're at Lizard Point, which is the southernmost point of Great Britain. Now, you may have heard of Land's End, which is the end of Cornwall, but that's actually a little farther north in here and west. So there's a famous trail that goes like Land's End to John O'Groats, but Land's End is not the southernmost point. It is sort of like the end of Great Britain, but this is the southernmost point of mainland Great Britain.
Got you.
This is it. So we've now been to the northernmost point and the southernmost point.
This is
That's
where
pretty
the
cool.
kingdom ends.
That's pretty
Beautiful.
amazing.
There's a lighthouse.
Dang. These views are legitimately like gorgeous. Like just take a second and take that in right there. That right there should tell you that God is real. That right there, that's amazing.
Welcome to St. Ives. This is one of the more popular places in Cornwall. We're here on a Tuesday on a somewhat gloomy day, and it is pretty busy. So I can't imagine what it's like during the summer here. A lot of beautiful shops, beautiful beaches. And this is hands down one of the prettiest towns that we have encountered thus far here in Cornwall. And I understand why it's so popular.
And St. Ives is sort of known for being like the artist hub. So there's a museum here. There's a lot of little art galleries and shops. What we're most
I mean, that's
excited
really
about
nice.
is what so much of Cornwall has, and it's the beach. Now, granted, while we are in Cornwall, we have some of the worst weather on the forecast for the summer. But like as soon as we leave, it's going to be 75 and sunny like the next day. So kind of a bummer. But I guess this is proof that you could come to Cornwall and enjoy it no matter what the weather, because it's just the perfect place to come and just very much relaxing. You like the beach?
I'm telling you, I'll say I'm a big fan of Kramer. I'm a huge Kramer. That dog is one of the best looking dogs, and that dog looks absolutely fun, and he definitely looks full of energy. But yeah, I'm a fan of Kramer. But again, just to live this lifestyle, to experience, I think they said they've experienced both the northernmost end and the southernmost end of England or Great Britain, and it's just awesome. Like that is an amazing thing to be able to see. And just all the Cornwall. It is beautiful. Y'all's views are absolutely gorgeous.
Loves all the beaches. Anyway,
Get to work, Kramer.
what are we finding? Kramer is convinced that I have the BALL in my pocket, and I don't. I didn't bring it. Now, you will notice that all the tourists kind of get funneled down the same main streets, but off the streets are all these little alleyways where a car couldn't even squeeze through. There's little walkways, and those are very quiet. Now, be respectful because people do live here, but it's kind of nice to go wander and get lost in those for a few minutes. But this is why we're in Cornwall.
Yeah.
We came to Cornwall to take it easy, to relax, to be by the beach, even if it's not sunny. We just kind of wanted to get away because England is very densely populated. Like, it just is. But then you come to places like Cornwall where it is more sparsely populated, and it is known for its outside open spaces like amazing beaches and beautiful cliffs and areas of natural beauty. Cornwall is sort of just an entire vibe, I guess is the best way of saying it.
Look at it.
Okay, I may say this wrong, but we're at Moon Maid of Zenor. Is that how you say it? Zennor. Apparently that's a nearby town, but this is Cornish made ice cream. It comes from a local farm, and they make it just outside of town. And then this is their parlor, so you can come and get the ice cream. It's not as busy as I thought it'd be, considering it had really high reviews and it's pretty popular. I got their most famous one, which is called a shipwreck, and it's honeycomb and salted caramel, and it is delicious.
That
and then
sounds
Chris
good.
got something lemon curd. What was the first part of it? Oh, you chose. Okay, this one's really good. I love honeycomb, but the lemon curd is like the perfect creamy, and then the tart of the lemon. So it kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, like lemon curd and Devon cream, you know, like on a scone or something, minus the scone, but you get the cone instead. Cone instead of scone. Okay.
Hey. This lemon curd is really good. Shipwreck's good too, but this lemon curd. I like ice cream. I'm a cookies and cream kind of guy.
Yeah,
I like
same.
this.
Same.
This is really good.
It does look good.
My ice cream fell out of my cone.
Ooh. That's heartbreaking. That I feel for you in that moment, dog, because that ice cream absolutely did look good, and for it to meet its end like that, that just wasn't supposed to happen. I'm sorry, my guy.
Okay, a little bit of a pro tip. We actually got this tip from one of the workers on the ferry earlier today. The guy in the ferry said, if you're going to St. Ives, the parking lot that you would park your camper in is actually pretty far outside of town. He said what I would do, park at St. Earth, E-R-T-H, not E-A-R-T-H, and then park at the parking right there and take the train in. So to park here and to take the train in for 2 people round trip, it was a total of 13 pounds, which for us, Kramer, I thought that was a pretty good deal because we could have stayed in as long as we wanted today, and it does drop you right off at the beach, and you're just a teeny tiny walk right to St. Ives. So it's a lot more convenient than parking and walking in from their own parking lot. So little pro tip.
This was our first time in Cornwall, and we didn't come close to seeing all of it. So just do me a favor. Tell us what we missed. Leave a comment down below. We're already trying to figure out when we can come back and explore more of Cornwall. Thanks for watching.
That was genuinely awesome. That video, just the views of Cornwall were like legitimately beautiful. And those two, plus Kramer, absolutely entertaining. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to their channel and check out more of their videos. And if you enjoyed this with me, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I will see y'all on the next one.